at a rate of like 3.05. Much slower than everyone else.
I mean, here's the other thing. Like,
ready?
we make jokes, but I've actually caught up to Holder on proficiency, I think.
Can't
So,
believe
like,
it.
twice her health. So overall, I think I'm doing pretty hot.
I think we're actually live.
Ah, shit.
Maybe.
Damn,
That's a
live
lie. I don't
streamers.
believe you.
So yeah, welcome everybody.
To prove that I don't believe you, I will now proceed to say every racial slur.
Shut it down! Shut it down!
Kill it now. Just like take the shot. Just that's it. Just a faint little, just a thud afterwards.
Anyway, welcome everybody to another session of Mountain Campaign every damn Saturday.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
Except
Never
we
miss a
all
single
operate
one.
on reverse dog years, so our weeks are like 2 months.
We rejoined the group in what I informally like to call the second half of Season 1. They have just bested the siege on the Spearhead, and as a consequence have established something of a temporary command central for the police, helping the man.
Boo.
Listen, first of all, that was a woman.
A woman can still be the man.
A woman, if you will.
Also,
Now, who in this group
Vagu,
would have
you're not
any-
in the roll 20.
Who says he needs to be in the roll 20 to play the game?
The
Who's not
man
the
says that's who.
You can't tell me what to do. You're only the GM. How much power do you think you have?
Sorry, do I spot Leo Moan romance happening?
Well, I wouldn't call it romance, but it sure kept Holder up the whole night.
What goes on in that
Because
room has
coming
nothing
from
to
the
do with
other room.
romance. There's no love in what happens there.
They should just be trying to murder each other the entire time.
Papa Boy's got.
I hate you. Screaming
Dude.
at each other.
Like, apparently hate sex is supposed to be really great. I wouldn't know.
Oh,
Sad.
you make me sad, .gif.
Lou is actually.
This is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito 3.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I was gonna say, considering the noises coming from down the hallway, Lou is actually upright in the bed with his exact facial expression in the icon.
No, he's standing on top of the bed. Like, he's not crouching on it, he's standing straight upright on the bed. Standing up on top of it.
No, that way he just doesn't fit in the room anymore. He's too tall to stand on the bed.
His head is just, like, up in the drywall on the roof. Burst through. Bunch of insulation coming in.
But yeah, it's
Slowly dying of asbestos
it's roughly 2 weeks after the siege. The Spearhead has been repaired again.
How long is it after our roleplay sesh? Like in-game time?
It's a few days.
I mean, our roleplay search was like several
And
days.
Our
the
roleplay
2.5
session took
weeks
place
since
over,
the
like,
siege, yes.
Yeah.
And has been reinforced a little bit. You got some police cars, some sandbags, some guards, all that good shit.
Huckleberry. I also noticed a severe lack. Well, was the grand reopening already?
There are currently no customers, no.
But is it like the important question is, was it already open? Like, is the bar or is the thing open again?
Do you not
Oh,
remember?
not currently, no.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's important.
There was a party It has been open, just no one goes there.
No, the party was somewhere else.
I'm surprised I forget so much. It's only been a week since we last played.
But yeah, everything seems relatively normal until you can you hear the ring of a cell phone from the room that Leo and Rana share for no particular reason. And
No reason at all.
a short time later, you hear Rana shout out, "Oh fuck!" And you hear her.
They're
rush
starting
out
again.
of-
Oh my god, they're starting again.
Everyone get down.
not in that way. And you hear her storm out of her room and down the alley towards the actual spearhead.
Not bad, huh?
Crashed. Give me a second.
So,
And the floor is yours, basically.
oh, I can believe hold it so I can walk through the.
Huh?
Is like no, you just kind of walked through the building.
No, I walked through the door.
Not on my end. Oh, maybe we were for anything.
Your icon was just fidgeting around a little bit.
Roll 20 isn't working for me. Give me a second. It died a horrific death.
You do remember that you guys are kind of tethered together, right?
Oh shit, I've completely forgot.
I just wanted to see how far you go before you realize.
I'll
She
start
should
moving.
just
Wait, no,
she just cut off her arm to get that additional.
I
movement.
think this is
Why
actually
would she
all
do that?
within. Yeah, no, this was all actually within. Let us see.
60 feet.
You
Okay,
couldn't
so
reach
Hulda
the door.
doesn't remember, I'll say, and
Wait, I thought
Okay.
the sleeping rooms were like on the floor above the spearhead.
No, it's in a side building off the same block.
Oh, okay.
God, is there no good way to?
You
And
reach-
about
you
there,
you
I-
can't reach the door.
Yeah, about there, I just kind of hit a stop.
Amber, you feel a tug at your arm.
Actually, can I just
It's
activate
tugging
the?
back.
Can I just activate the double range?
You know that makes you snap back, right?
Yeah.
The majority
Oh,
of
yeah.
people are on
Double range goes
full
inside.
strength between these two.
Whoops, fucking rushes through the window.
Yeah, someone's going through a wall. I don't know who it is.
Sir, they've gone through the window, through the wall.
Guys, wake up!
Coming.
As
Ah.
Amber.
This is Amber is dragged down the hall. Ow!
Thankfully, Hulda is handed off to Lowell then.
He's dragged out.
Lord Daisy chains the rest of the party out.
At this point, she's just like getting dragged by her arm, just texting with the other one.
Yeah.
The daily grind.
Who are you texting there, Amber? Who are you texting, Amber?
What's going
Hey
on?
guys!
Her jeans are getting progressively more ripped and shredded each day as this happens.
Hello, what's going on?
I'm not super sure, but cop lady seems pissed.
Let's go.
She just came storming in and threw me out, and I just
Wait,
set
what?
up my stall.
That's rude.
Yeah.
Jinx.
What did you throw Ferret out? She's a nice lady.
As you enter the spearhead, I didn't find a proper asset for it, but on the table that Rana sits at, there's a big radio station and everything set up, you know, like for Cap communications.
Oh, I thought she was just a big enthusiast of ham radio.
Are there any cop communications coming out of the cop communication computer?
What?
and she's talking to someone. How the fuck could you let this happen, you imbecile? Do you have any idea how long I've been trying to lock that idiot up? And stuff like that.
We're just gonna stand here, listen, and wait if you can get the story from the context. No need
Like this goes on for 5 minutes with her listening for like second intervals and then just yelling angrily back, and finally she just slams the radio back on its holder and buries her hands in her face and sighs deeply.
What's going on?
Park Choi escaped prison.
Who?
Oh,
The
that's not
priest
good.
you locked up?
Yeah.
Oh,
The old man.
Lowe's friend.
your religion.
Apparently that mafia dude broke him out.
Hmm.
Huh.
I can't
Why?
say that surprised, honestly.
This is very frustrating. We didn't need that. We didn't need that. I don't have the manpower.
So wait, Mafia Dude is also out?
Yeah.
Didn't he escape before
Hey,
the
man.
cops came?
No,
Yeah,
Mafia-
both of them escaped together, apparently.
Oh, no, out of jail. No, for goose sake, I'm pretty sure both Mafia Dude and Religion Dude were locked up.
Yeah.
Ah.
You saw Tom in the prison. How can you not remember? It was just last week.
I remember.
Exactly. I have a bad memory. Sorry.
I can barely remember yesterday.
Do you need any help?
Yes, that would be very nice. We're
Oh, gosh.
we've kind of been trying to get stuff settled, but we're stretched kind of thin, so I could use you guys' help.
Any leads on where they went?
Not yet, but maybe you can find some, because that's one of the jobs I was gonna offer you.
Do we get to investigate a crime scene?
Yes. That's at least one of the jobs I want to offer you. Like, I need somebody to check out the prison because apparently nobody saw anything and the cameras were broken.
Oh, nobody saw anything, huh? Well, I'll make sure they
See
saw
what you get from pressing those magic boxes?
However, there's also other jobs you could do for me. Like I said, even though we do our best to protect the civilians, we aren't usually very well received. So having a public face that's more in line with the common man, she vaguely gestures towards the four of you.
Yes, very in touch with, that common law-abiding citizen, Amber. Everyone's favorite law-abiding citizen.
Yeah, Hugo, just your normal everyday guy. Gets along with everybody.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Told
am
us
indeed.
totally in touch with the kids.
Lo, the absolutely wants to become a police mascot.
I am totally feeling.
And so another job I had lined up for you guys was doing some public relations work, more or less. There's been there's been a sinkhole that's opened up at an intersection, and it's kind of in the process of swallowing a cement truck. And if you could go over there and maybe help with that situation, that would put a good face on our work.
What? Oh, hold on. Am I? So you called to tell us that two dangerous criminals that we've fought and defeated in the past, and that presumably have it out for us, made it out of jail, and you need us to fill a sinkhole.
Well, you could do that, or you could go investigate, or you could follow up on inroads we've made with the Apple photograph.
Oh.
They're not photographers, Hugo.
Here's photograph. Ooh,
We've
what's
talked about this.
Zone's back into conversation. Huh? What?
But yes, they've, you know how it is with militants. They're all gung ho at the beginning, but the fervor tends to fade fast, and so we've made some inroads with some factions and found some common ground. And maybe if you could go there on our behalf, you could negotiate with them and see if we can't come to a bit of an agreement.
Hmm.
Okay. I
Should-
hope I'm not pushing things here, but the last time we came to an agreement based on mutual benefit, we don't work for you. I'm
No, you
make-
don't work for me, but
I'm making it
I
clear
know
because
all
what
the
you just
stuff.
said sound very much like jobs that you would give to someone who works for you.
she puts her elbows on the table, interlinks her fingers, and puts her chin on her fingers. You could just go outside, walk around the city, maybe get stabbed by dudes in hoods some more. Or you could follow the nice police lady's advice, who's trying to not only help you, but help the city and help this nation.
Was that a
C-
threat?
come on, Lo. Let's go fill in the sinkhole. People could be hurt.
I don't fucking.
The priest guy and her lady will find us at some point. No need to worry.
Most surly because he knows he has powers that are very relevant to filling in sinkholes.
I only need someone who could create a substance like dirt to fill in a hole.
Come on, Lo. You know you want
Raises a fair
to.
point. I perhaps
You
would
like to help the
enjoy.
people.
I would perhaps enjoy time off from getting shot a lot.
There you go.
Yeah, you do tend to have a certain attack magnetism, don't you?
Yeah, I'm very broad-shouldered. I have a lot of
Very
gravity, as they say.
You sure you don't want a vest? And she holds up a vest that says SWAT on the back.
No, it's not fashionable.
Well, Amber.
If you really want to help us, maybe you should look into how we get off these bracelets.
I'm a cop, not a mystic.
Thought
All I
you
can
would
do is-
investigate.
All I can do is help you get into Campus Town. And for me to help you, you gotta help me.
See, that's the actual. That makes sense. That's an agreement I can get behind. Let's fill the single everyone. Get ourselves a ticket to Campus Town.
Is that
Well,
where the
it's-
wizards are located?
Yes.
It's not gonna be all that easy, but it's gonna make a start. Strengthening our position in the guilds will put us one step closer to getting the gates reopened.
You heard the police state lady.
Before you guys turn to leave, she she reaches into a bag and brings out 4 badges and hands one to each of you. These make you official deputies of the police force.
Well, puts it in the pocket.
As Amber sort of snaps to, she wipes some mysterious powder off the table and grabs the badge. What? Oh, deputy badges. I guess that makes sense.
It would be advantageous if you could display them.
I already have a badge. He points to his green hand badge that is like on the few, like very little of Lo's body is covered with clothing, and that kind of occupies most of it.
Amber looks for a spot to pin it to her clothing, but then just decides to like hook it off her necklace.
Makes sense.
Like honestly, as of currently, his muscle shirt got completely torn apart by the Beast Man.
Just pin it to your skin. It's all good.
I assumed you got replacement clothing in the 2.5 weeks.
If only you had the money to afford new clothes.
Yeah.
Secret lore: Lo is incredibly poor.
Hollow just pins it to the black stripe on her witch hat.
The reason Lo doesn't like capitalism is because he's bad at it. Man, I knew Lo was a self-insert. Anyway, on to things that aren't sad and also
Alrighty, everybody, choose your companion.
ooh.
Sandy is a nice lady.
Yeah, I like her.
Everybody okay with taking Sandy?
I have no objections.
Wait, did you actually get the name right for once?
Choose your champion. I choose champion.
No, I choose the even more obvious thing. I choose your.
Your. I second your.
I hate you all.
You should never give us control of anything.
I want this guy. He looks Darth Vader-y.
Oh god, I just recognized the silhouette.
I think I did too.
Which silhouette? I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
I don't
This
know what-
silhouette is pretty easy to tell. I don't know about you.
I mean,
It's pretty
I'm
obvious, guys.
specifically
Come on.
talking about, wait, that's the wrong fucking, I want to do a thing, this silhouette. Which I haven't before, but I think I know who that is.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The obvious silhouette here is this one, guys. Come on.
Oh wait,
Alright, let me
I
just.
never realized that was an option.
Yeah, none has always been an option.
Oh
Let
fuck.
me just grab the icons.
Some bitch about to get harvested.
Ah. Yeah.
Oh, see, it's oh no, it actually is it? It's only in front of her, behind them, but also now that I switcherooed it around like that, it's an L for loser.
No, for
Why
the
would
winners.
why would you call Leo a loser?
Oh,
This so mean.
I was okay. I'm like more sure who the L is associated with.
Could only be Leo because Leo's the only one there.
Oh no, then it's an L for Leo, I guess.
Make up your mind.
It's an L for let me do whatever I want.
It's an L for you can't control me. With a silent L
Love.
in there somewhere.
But yeah, you guys travel the streets a little bit. Everything seems to have calmed down a little bit. Like there's less sounds of fighting, but more the area seemed to have been stabilized and control seems to have been formalized a little bit more for the different factions. And you finally reach the intersection. I just realized that I've made an intersection that doesn't exist on the map. Oh well.
Oh no, it's a ghost passage.
Well, it could be that
It's
the
a
sinkhole
secret
already
path.
swallowed it. The entire junction.
It's a secret road. Like Dunbar Street. That's a reference very few people will get.
I certainly didn't.
And you get there, and there's already people there.
See,
Already people there.
Oh.
People.
Lord's about to be like, see, they've got it taken care of. We can. Oh.
I didn't think it would be that big.
It's a really big fucking cement truck, and it's like it's teetering on the edge of the sinkhole that seems to be very, very, very fucking deep.
Come on, Lo, you're strong. Go grab it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna road roller that one around.
But yeah, these troops from the Apple photograph and the flag runners are just staring at each other across the sinkhole and holding their hands on their holstered weapons,
So,
as if they're waiting for the other to move.
any of you chuckle fucks claim this sinkhole as your own yet?
All six of them call out yes simultaneously.
Nice.
I look into the abyss. What do I see?
Just the abyss stare back.
Give me a roll of a d20 roller.
You see the abyss in its purest form. Ricochet.
The abyss stares back. You blink.
You peer into the darkness.
The abyss.
You think you can see something, but not really. Like, if you could see it, it would be too far to be seen. It's like strange shapes flittering around, shiny metal and blinking lights, and you want to get closer and closer. And Amber, you see Hulda tipping over into the pit.
Hold on, maybe you should back away from the edge.
I think I'm a bit
Because if you
closer.
become undead, that really cramps my.
Can I get in there and grab her?
You certainly can try.
I was about to-
What? Do you think this is a roleplay type of game of some sort?
I will remind you of my bonus to strength.
Honestly, the best part is if any of us jumped in, you could just walk back, and the distance between us ties you'd eventually pull us out.
I was like holding Hulda. He's like, oh, now that I think about it, I don't know if any of us can fall to our deaths.
Let's try it. Yeet!
Yeet.
It just spikes Holda into the abyss.
But yeah, hold on,
and
as
sides
soon-
her off the edge.
As soon as Lo grabs you and pulls you back from the edge, you realize you were about to jump into the pit.
You might want to not do that.
You what?
You might want to not jump in the pit. Just throwing that one out there.
What? No. That
You were
was
about to jump to the pit.
bad.
Don't lie.
What could possibly be at the bottom?
I was just looking.
I roll to furrow eyebrows.
Sandy recognizes some regulars and chats them up.
I just pick up a pebble and throw it in there. How long does it take to hit the ground?
It doesn't. What do
Yeah, pretty much. You wait and you wait and you hear nothing.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Amber's gonna stare into the abyss.
Give me a roll.
The abyss blinks.
Now, sadly, I snooped on the whole fanburst thing, so today's gonna be an entirely silent stream.
Yeah, whoops.
I've already started playing my my own music after the death of John Fanburst.
Well, we can do a cappella for background music. That could work.
Like, the weird thing is that the site Fanburst itself is still running.
Anyway,
Slowly crippled sense, yes.
Amber, you stare into the abyss, and you feel something touch your mind. But as soon as you feel that, you jerk back away from the abyss, and you feel you've deflected it.
Yes. The abyss blinks at the horrors Amber has seen. She's been to the other side and has come back, but at what cost?
To be honest, while I was throwing a pebble in there, I probably would have looked into the abyss also, so I'm gonna have to roll for that.
The worst part is if you're the one who jumps in, you're the heaviest one, so we're all getting pulled at you.
You also feel something touch your mind, and you see the vision of like tiny machine spiders crawling towards you and jumping in your face, and then you are repelled by the vision.
While that is going on, Hulda is going to go up and grab a stick of bundle of dynamite and throw it in
As
their
you
face.
approach the dynamite, this dude comes over and blocks your path with the machine gun in hand.
What do you think you're going to do with that, mister?
We're
Is that
gonna
a lady?
blow up the cement truck and dump it into the hole.
No, I'm going to blow up the hole to see what happens.
No, you're not. That's our dynamite.
Yes, I am. Hulda
No, you're
starts
not.
squinting.
No, you're not.
What if?
Damn it.
No, you're not.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. I've got like 3 buddies. I've got 2 buddies over here with guns.
What?
A trade. And she pulls out her famous baggie of drugs. Rolling to barter?
He laughs at you. Ha! I've got all the drugs I need at the base.
Where does he?
Someone's selling on my turf. Amber makes a mental note.
Amber
been
adds
here
it
for
to
a
the
week.
list.
Yeah, the list.
Hey, Chuckle Fox again. Anyone in that truck?
No.
That's a definite yes.
Okay, we don't know, but we called out and nobody answered.
Oh, that's good enough for me.
You,
Little
you
holes
also
out.
you also start to realize that even though the truck is probably at most like 10 meters long, you can't
Yeah.
actually see the cab.
Yeah. The whole this is advanced darkness thing set in pretty quick.
Advanced darkness.
So, why can't I blow up the hole? What's the hole going to do you?
Well,
This is clearly in the way for everyone, and it's just annoying.
well, I don't know if you know anything about things that go boom, lady, or things that fall into other things.
I know all I need to know.
If there's a sinkhole, that usually means that there's a hollow space underneath it. So if you blow up the hole, the most that's gonna happen is the hole gets bigger.
Then we know that it gets bigger.
Time to fill up a hollow space. Lo holds out a hand and like mud starts trickling out of it like a small like a small water spout. And he just stands there completely stone faced.
This might take a while.
Checks the clock, looks back over.
Now, another thing we can do is use dynamite to make it easier to get out of the truck.
Yes,
As Amber approaches the cement mixer, lady, you can't do that.
I'm just looking. God.
Yeah, I know you're kind looking.
Oh, is someone being racist over here?
Do I detect a hint of racism?
Is my do my low senses detect racism?
You best watch your words, partner. You'll be going in the hole.
Guys,
Oh well, shit. Oh no. Well, it would have probably happened.
Someone's going in.
Like it would have
Amber
probably
falls
happened.
into the well.
As I walked up here, you would have been pulled to the side.
Yes, we've all colloquially agreed that low is the central point. People are pulled towards low.
Ah, shit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have to have at least one person here. Hugo, you weren't doing anything, right?
Hugo, be an anchor point. What?
anywho,
You'll be like
the flag groaner
over here.
pushes Amber back from the cement mixer. We know you're kind.
Hugo, I think
We
I'm gonna
don't
have to
need
like.
your help here, and a few of the just imagine there's like a whole crowd of people represented by these few generics, and there is some assent from the crowd to what he says.
My low senses detect racism.
Low's racism alarm goes off.
As you guys form up, the other flag runners form up with their buddy.
This doesn't have to become violent. I'm just considering possibilities on getting that vehicle out of the hole. Because I think
We're
that's
gonna get the vehicle out of the hole with our crane. We don't need you, and we don't need those pyromaniac chuckle fucks over there.
I see that you not doing anything though. Get on with it.
Because you've made such excellent progress so far.
We have to keep an eye on you and those chuckle fucks over there.
You know, honestly,
What am I gonna do? I'm just a harmless drug dealer. I mean, girl.
Okay, as much as I hate all of these guys, their crane is probably much more efficient than whatever we were gonna do. Because let's be honest, we didn't have a plan.
No, we were going to use the force of the explosion to make it easier to get your truck out.
Yeah, okay, the crane is much more efficient than whatever we
Ever
were
heard
gonna
of
do.
rocket jumping? It'll be like that, but with a cement truck.
So
Ah,
I suggest,
you have the truck in one end, Low is going to help. And then we use dynamite.
I suggest
It's very simple.
we try and get in the hole and see what's going on in there. Maybe see if there's actually someone in the truck. You know?
Does anyone have a matchstick? Match?
See if I have any glow sticks left from that rave.
Yes, please.
Give me a roll for glow sticks.
Nope.
Nope.
I found a dead glow stick and throw it into the hole.
Do you have one, Sadie?
You rummage inside your bra for a little bit, pull out a dead glow stick, and toss it into the hole.
Yeah, it provides no light. If anything, it sucks what little light is left into it. The hole is now slightly darker.
Hugo, take a picture of the abyss with your flash on. We need to find out. We need to see something.
Okay, fine.
Take a photo of this.
This might be a regular light cannot penetrate it type situation. Oh,
How do we know? We haven't
no.
tried yet.
I just remembered something. You know the is it like I was gonna call a bit of a team huddle specifically. Yeah, Amber. Hold on, like I'm not sure how much Sandy knows of it, but I guess she's also here, so she's part of the huddle.
And it's part of the team.
So you guys remember the whole 4 generals thing, right? Like the beast guy we fought, that whole deal?
You told me about it.
One of the generals controls light, mostly using it to disguise himself in darkness.
Oh yeah, I've read about that.
Another general had like weird spider robot thingies that seem to be somewhere in that hole. I got like like a flash vision thingy when I look into the hole and into the like spider robot thing. Like I think it's like 2 of them. The last
You
time
sure
there
it's
was
not one of those things where your worst fears come to mind?
I mean, it's the same for everyone. Also, my worst fear isn't spider robots.
Okay, I
What is
have
your
a
worst
plan.
fear, Han?
Amber,
I
You
know,
distract-
that's
let's see, those Apple photograph people with your drugs. I'll take some dynamite. We'll blow up those robots.
fine. Hey, so as Sandy was asking,
Shouldn't we establish there are actual robots down there first?
That is why I asked Hugo to take the photograph.
Yeah, Hugo apparently accidentally pointed it, like held the camera upside
He
down.
accidentally took a
It's right in his
selfie.
eyes.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I just need to. He's like kind of groggy waking up. I just need to take it right in his eyes.
No, Hugo points the camera into the pit, and you snap a photo, and suddenly the flap opens on your camera where you put in the SD card, and the burning SD card rockets out of the slot and gets stuck into the wall over here, still smoldering.
that's not good.
Well, that was a great idea.
Ah, I see one of those good old black powder cameras.
We can
Never done me wrong.
We can write it up as a job expense, and the police will pay for it.
That is one of the advantages of your association with Rana.
Mhm.
The way
Sorry,
I
you wouldn't
see
have
it,
to have a matchstick lying around.
Probably the dynamite people have matchsticks. I'm not sure if they
Oh.
share. Yeah, the way I see it is someone's gonna have to get into the hole, which will probably be the 4 of us. Because I don't see any of these people doing it.
So who's gonna jump first?
I never said anything about jumping.
Yeah, and I don't think jumping is the right way to go about this. Like, I've lost an arm. I'd like to keep both of my legs.
Yeah, we kind of have
Amber,
like
you're mostly dead, right?
we have like a built-in carabine.
She specifically doesn't answer that question.
We have like a built-in safety carabine system for upsiling. Basically, like might as well use it, right?
And you're a fan of, the night and all of those parties that go on in it. Holder tries to be hip with the kids.
So,
To be completely honest, if a kid was at one of these parties, they would either die from just drug overdose, or we'd all be in prison right now. Just saying.
I mean, we are working for the cops not by force, but
We're like anti-prison.
well, we don't really have a choice in the matter.
Well, we're like inverse prison. Think about it, because we're still not free.
Just saying,
It's
in
also-
relation to what goes on at my parties, I don't think any kids would, let's just say, enjoy what goes on there.
What do you mean?
Tell you when you're older, Holda,
No,
and less innocent.
I'm just gonna roll for having brought a flashlight. because we're going to check out a sinkhole, and we'll roll how if I had enough, like Flo had the foresight of bringing a flashlight with him.
give me a roll. You did have the foresight.
I got like I feel like with a good roll like that, I had have like maybe 1 or 2 of those head-mounted flashlights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, okay.
Strapped on your head, so you can still climb down a wall.
Ah, yes, one of those headlights.
Yeah.
Hun, I don't think that's how the word is used.
What?
At least you shouldn't call it.
What? Can you put it in your head?
Hold on. I don't think you can wear the other one. You have a hat.
Don't worry, I wear the badge.
So does Hugo, I guess. Amber, you want the other flashlight?
Sure.
I give it a put on head thing. I think minor light. I don't know.
Oh, you're putting the miners into this?
Definitely put some miners into the hole. Then it can only work out well. And with that, I guess we're just going to start climbing down the side of the hole because I actually can't think of anything fucking else to do.
I mean, maybe you should be the first one low.
Yeah,
You're sort of our
I
anchor.
feel like if the rest of your guys fall, it would be best if you and me stay up here to hold them.
Okay,
Amber, you got light.
I go into a spot where I can have a look out over the hole and just shine my flashlight head thing into there.
Sandy rams her spear into the ground behind you and wraps her arm around it and holds her stump out to you to grab.
I do so, just to hang myself over there. Or...
Hugo's probably the lightest, so he should probably go first.
He's probably also the weakest, so who knows if he can climb down a wall.
Wait, didn't Amber have the light?
No, the lightest.
The flashlight.
Oh.
The Amber has the flashlight. Hugo might want, whoever climbs down might want one. I'm just currently shining the path.
But because Hugo's the light one, can he just jump down and be held in midair?
Jump stab when it's not actually as fun.
You do have to fall about 60 feet first.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you know, you assume it's shorter, then you hit the ground and break your legs.
Sandy looks at Hugo as he's just jumping in and looks at her arm stump. You got any idea what terminal velocity will do to your shoulder?
I love the idea that the hole is just deep enough where he thinks it'll catch him, but he hits the ground, flattens out, and then his arm is just held in the air because of the distance, just long enough to take fall damage.
Also, Lo, as you shine your light into the pit, it does banish the darkness a little bit, but not nearly as much as it should.
Yeah, that's some magic, alright.
Magical bullshit darkness.
Ding 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 ding.
Okay,
oh,
Apple
I'm careful
for
of dark vision. You can't see through this darkness. It's magic.
Apple photographers, we're going down into a hole. Can we at least have one dynamite?
No, it's our dynamite.
I thought you were.
Why do you suck?
I thought
you were there for the
property. Boo!
Yeah, we're here for the people, not for the lackeys of the government.
I'm not. I came here to help the people.
I'm a photographer.
This hole is clearing the way.
Yeah, I don't think there's a point to argue with them much more. Let's just get on with our whole project.
Look, Amber just mumbles to herself, if anything, I'm like the entire embodiment of what most governments try to fight.
So who climbs down first?
Everyone stares at Hugo.
Fine.
Hold on, Woodmore, Sir Amber.
Hugo,
He's most intent. She should be light.
Of course, this can be.
Get in the mech, Shinji. Get in the hole, Hugo.
Get in the
Amber, at least get in your light.
Sure, I pass him the light.
No, it's okay. I'll just use the flashlight on my cell phone.
He used the flash of the camera to light his way. Like
All right,
cheap
give me
horror
a
game.
climbing roll, Hugo.
You look into the abyss.
Ooh.
Oh, having just amazing luck today.
Just screaming as Hugo falls down.
Oh, hey, who knew sinkholes are slippery?
You you kneel and climb backwards into the sinkhole, and the first meter or so it goes pretty well. Then you grab what seems to be a broken sewage pipe, and as you realize that you're sticking your head into poop, your brain just goes ugh, and you let go, and then you fall.
God, can I, as
No.
an interrupt thing, basically shoot a sludge spike out of the hole, but shoot it underneath his feet so he lands on it?
Or so can I? Or maybe one that I can at least grab onto with my hands.
Or like that. Something like that. Like, not
All
to
right,
pierce
but it's
him
gonna
down.
have to roll above 12.
Nice
Oh,
to
no.
know, everybody. Long live the king.
Just slowly drag the hole.
Lo tries to sludge spike, but you see it come out of the wall like 2 meters to your left as you fall.
And that's the last thing Hugo sees.
You fall into the pit, and with a curious detachment, you realize that shortly before your arm gets painfully tugged and ripped out of its socket for 9 stamina damage, you realize that you already can't see the sun anymore, even though the signal is pretty fucking large. And there you dangle. You also realize that in at this distance, you can't touch the wall anymore.
You seen anything down there? You guys alright?
Hugo just screams from the pain and the pure horror of being stuck in that darkness.
Okay, so he's still alive.
Oh, he's fine then. Good news is he's still alive. Bad news is he'll probably die soon.
Hugo, give me another d20, but please.
There we go.
Best roll.
Oh yeah, just in time.
You scream and scream and scream, and then you run out of air, and you have to take a deep breath. And while you're not screaming, you hear a few other things. You hear water running, which is natural since that sinkhole broke some pipes. But you also hear the distinct clicking and clacking of machines down in the distance, in the far distance. And you also hear what sounds like somebody banging against the window or something.
Okay, can I keep screaming now?
Screaming is a free action, go ahead.
Screaming is a free action, although if you continue to do it, it will cost stamina.
So, what do you guys do?
What do you see?
I will back up slowly and hope that pulls Hugo back up.
Well, you all have to back up, or you'll just
I'll try to get everyone in on it. Like, hey, if you back up from the hole, it'll pull him back out, assumingly.
It's not very pleasant, but we'll just skip to the part where Hugo's back up.
Hugo just keeps croaking. God, I fucking hate this place. I want to go home. I can't stand this place. Why did I ever come here?
Wait, what did you see?
You
First
didn't see
of all, we might want to set his shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, that
healer,
sounds
get to work.
like something a healer would do.
Yeah, hold on.
Let's see.
Yeah, I guess it's more important to interrogate me though
One.
while I'm in extreme pain.
Oh.
Gives him a stern slap across the face.
That's good enough to set his shoulder and stop the worst of the pain, but not to heal the stamina damage.
Okay. Now that that's out of the way, do you see anything interesting?
No, didn't see fucking anything. I did hear
You
something
hear
though.
anything interesting?
I heard something mechanical. I couldn't see anything though.
Yep, spiral, lads, knew it. Called it. So, I know I'm the heaviest of all of us, but I'm also pretty sure I'm the best at climbing.
No.
Yeah,
You fall, we all fall.
it didn't work out very well the first time.
At this point, it's gonna happen eventually where Lo falls in, we're all dragged in with him. Might as well not prolong the suffering.
We can all climb in together and use each other as fail-safes.
The problem is if you fall though, then you're taking all of us with you.
I mean, like, I'm heavy, I'm not three
Also,
people can't
we
carry me.
don't really know how deep this goes, do we?
No.
Okay, so I come from the mountain. I'm okay at. I should be okay at climbing.
Just because you live in a mountainous area doesn't mean you know shit about climbing.
You grew up.
Hey, I'm in a mountain. I need to climb to get from place to place.
Yeah, but there's those masterful inventions called stairs.
What? What does that have to do with anything?
So I'm not sure how much more we can get out of one single person climbing down the hole. Like I think we had that going to its extent, since someone went down the hole, rolled a 20 on perception. Like I think that's about all we're getting. We're gonna need a new approach here.
Maybe we should focus on getting that truck out of there first.
Yeah, like they got a crane. I don't got nothing better than a crane.
You can't use our crane.
Yeah, but I was just saying, I don't have anything that's better than a crane and getting it out of the thing. Like, the crane is legit the best way to get the truck out of the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could put a sledge spike in it to keep it from falling, but it's not currently falling, so there's no real point.
Well, it's not falling, but it's teetering, like actively teetering. You can see it move.
And then, well, then shooting a spike in it might also just make it worse if it doesn't manage to penetrate the iron and just pushes it.
Okay,
You
lower
could
the
always-
heaviest.
you could always
Don't stand
try-
on it.
You could always try.
Yeah, it's a 50-50. Besides, if someone's in the cabin and they die horrifically, it won't be on any of our shoulders, just yours.
I think we've had enough going wrong with shoulders today.
Plus, if Han, if people see that epithet users are helping them, that might do wonders for PR.
That's honestly the best part for that. Are the flag owners getting literally anywhere with the crane and the car and the thing?
Well, they haven't really deployed it, and now that you look at it, and like you're not super sure if it's strong enough to even pull the thing out.
Yeah, it's like a quarter of its size, isn't it?
Yeah. And you can also see by the drip from the back of the drum that the cement truck is full.
Oh. So, you plan on using that thing today?
Yeah, just as soon as the area is cleared, they say.
Why are you waiting for that?
Also, why would you use the... Like, this is about the same size as a, normal car. This is hardly a train at all. This is a full cement truck, on the other hand. And I just realized that cement is a composite of soil and water. Now, who in our group might have domain over such a thing?
Sandy.
I don't know.
My vote's on Sandy, though.
It's a mystery.
It is.
Is this where Lo learns to concrete bend?
Lo just strapped because like, oh yeah,
Becomes a concrete bender as well as a mud bender.
It sure says in my fucking, what is it? Thanks to this epithet that Loa can manipulate conglomerates of soil and water, the word mud is never used.
True that.
I'll take my right by technicality.
Yes, by the power of technicality.
And I'm gonna basically, first of all, just getting into the back of this thing where the concrete is dripping out, softly getting a hand in there. And then
The flag groaners conglomerate around you.
I hold up a hand to, not even looking at them, just hold up a hand to the side, just like, nah, I'm doing a thing.
The others can see how they ready their weapons, and you can recognize the kind of greenish glinting black metal that is the Oblivion.
You might want to step away from the vehicle real quick. Depending on how this goes.
Why? So you can push it into the abyss?
Why would we?
Literally,
I
why
don't
would we
know,
do
why-
that?
Why do filthy epithet users do anything?
Question: how do they know I'm dead? Oh, well, I did trickle mud out of my hands, didn't I?
Yes.
And
Plus
you have- even in-
plus you have the feeling that they recognize you from description.
I mean, I am as of currently. I am also as of currently displaying my green hand badge, and I'm like, I help people because I'm a part of an international organization that helps people. Can you let me help people? That would be appreciated.
Give me a can you let me help the people roll. They eye you warily, but these two step back, and their designated bossman sheatheth his Oblivion mace. I'm watching you.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach a little into the concrete, and then just flexing in there in a way that's gonna patch on the face. I'm just gonna basically shoot a whole lot of sludge spike charges more or less into there, and have spikes shoot out of the side of the thing and anchor in the ground.
Roll it.
Turn into a big hedgehog.
You're gonna have a bonus on that because you have a lot of concrete to work with.
Yay. Roll a one. Roll a one.
Do it.
It's not a one. It's not a one.
At least it's not a one.
Nothing happens. You do lose the stamina, but I'm gonna let you try again, but this time with the cement bonus removed. You couldn't quite get the handle of the cement mass.
Yeah, nothing happens. The first time he's like,
Well,
Try again.
That's better.
yeah, that's better. You concentrate real hard, and your biceps bulges as it's wont to do.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
also bullshit, you know.
then from the bottom of the drum spikes spread out and anchor the truck into the edge of the sinkhole, and it stops teetering.
So I'm gonna try
And
to
the cement
this.
isn't even hard yet.
I was going to say the other with my shape, my mud shaper passive, it does say that I can separate the water from the soil, button like losing control over both.
Yeah,
But I can, in this position, harden the cement.
you could if you wanted to, but that
You-
would also mean that that it would make it much harder to pull the truck out.
That is true. What I'm just thinking about is, well, I can also say it out loud. I'm gonna try to keep this as stable as possible. If someone could like climb down the truck to see if there's a guy in the thing, and then maybe get the guy out of the thing.
Not it.
Yeah, I think you rest a little bit. It's fine. Take a load off. Take
Sandy
5.
goes, I volunteer, and holds up her non-existent hand.
Yeah, hold on. Those climbing skills you talked about earlier would be really useful. I don't know. I mean, I gave you plenty to climb on, he says, pointing to the various such spikes that are like just point out of every direction of this drum.
Oh, so
Is this on this end?
Sorry, just to clear it up first, you do harden the concrete now.
Yeah, I would say to stabilize it, anything on the harden the concrete, just have it.
It's actually not that hard to climb onto the truck because there is like climbing. There is like a ladder in the back there, but you're gonna have to shimmy over the drum to the cab.
I mean, yeah, but like I said, shimmying over the drum should be easy because like it is pierced by loads of muck, like spiked from the inside.
Yeah.
And so there's like lots to hang on there because there's just like concrete pillars pointing out of it everywhere.
Do you have to roll or can I just walk up?
Give me the. You can climb up, but you're gonna have to give me a roll for shimmying over.
But
See.
it should be easier. This
No.
Down
This is
Safe
like-
rolling.
This is like the third 2 that we're on in an important moment.
So sorry, I was coughing. I didn't see that roll.
Don't worry, I can do it again.
You don't die yet. Just imagine there was another 2. It's like, well, looks like you're stuck with a 2.
It's the drum is kind of slippery and smooth, but thanks to the spikes, you can kind of grab the next one, pull yourself forward, and shimmy on up there. And you slowly descend into the darkness.
Hello, Darth, my old friend.
Give me a sense roll.
Can't be worse, right?
You also hear the banging on glass, and you move towards it, and it does indeed come from the cab of the truck, where the driver is frantically beating on the glass from the inside.
Come down, I'm on my way.
As you come closer, you notice 2 things. One, you seem to have lost your color vision, and 2, the driver's clothes are all ripped up, and he's bleeding everywhere.
Oh, that's not good.
It's like chocolate syrup. It's in black and
Hurt
white.
pretty bad.
So hold up. Status
Yes.
report.
He keeps bleeding. He's hurt.
Do you see anything that could have hurt him?
You
Johnny?
don't see anything in particular, but you do notice lots and lots of scratches on the door of the cab and on the windows and stuff like that.
Well, if
Something
only there
is
was a
scratched
healer
the
nearby.
Yes, pretty badly. Hugo, can you flash your flash?
No!
Wow.
Alright. Hugo goes to the edge and kind of keeps his distance this time.
Give me that flash. Good enough. You get a momentary color vision of the situation, and you see that the man is indeed bleeding very heavily, and the other door he is not banging against is missing, which means he could get out that way, but for some reason he doesn't seem to want to turn around.
Okay. I assume that's on this side.
This side is where he is banging. This side is
Oh.
where the door is missing.
Can I try to plant a tree here that will block the door, the entrance that is open?
You want to plant a tree in the sinkhole wall so that it grows into the open door.
Yes.
All right, give me that roll.
Come on, you can't fail this. Not again.
You say
Let's
that.
see.
I mean, can't is a very strong word.
Sure.
It's 1 in 20 chance.
I mean,
I
let's be
mean,
honest, there are
more than a 1 in 20. It's like a 10 of 20.
Well, no, anything below, like an 8 is a success, I think, by definition.
Anything above a 6.
Anything above a
anything
6.
above a 6 is technically successful.
Yeah.
But sadly, you roll the 5. You shoot one of your seeds into the wall of the sinkhole and see it be washed away by a trickle of water.
Damn it.
Seems the wall is not stable enough to take roots.
Hmm.
Can I try to throw a jam-filled teacup down?
Where you can't take roots in the wall, and you can't really take roots in the cab either.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Walk to the cab side. Huh. Flag owners. Bible people.
What?
Do you have guns?
No, we don't use barbaric weapons like that. So
What do
unrefined.
you use?
Looked at the guy's mace. Yeah.
Oh. Apple people.
Question, would the crane be sort of in range to wrench the door open if directed properly?
That could work, yes.
Give us your crane.
Apple people, you have guns.
Yeah, but we're not giving them to you.
No! If I'm going to go down, if something happens, shoot.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'll scream if you're supposed to do that.
All
Don't
right.
shoot me!
Well, we can't even see you, so
You can
You
stop
can just
here.
fire blindly. You'll get it or her eventually.
Hulda goes
Do
down to
not
open the
shoot
door.
guns at my friend.
Sorry, what did you say, Bagu?
Hulda goes down to open the door.
So you're completely ignoring the open door.
Yes.
Okay. So how do you try to open the door when you're on top of the cab?
Okay, these cabs only, have handles on the side that you can hang on to and go down to open it.
Yeah. Truck cabs also, I'm pretty sure with concrete trucks you'd be able to around the cab there's probably a ladder structure, right? That's the plan set up.
There is a staircase to get to the cab in
Yeah,
trucks.
that's kind of
And on the side there is handles to hold on to.
I
Normally-
did not know that. I'm gonna believe you.
My father is a truck driver.
All right, I'm gonna choose to believe you.
Whoop whoop.
Give me a roll to see if you managed to open the door.
Let's
The
see.
door that this obviously mad man is banging against and scrabbling like a caged animal. That looks good. You open the door and the man scraddles through, ready to fall into the abyss.
Hulda tries to catch him. In the doorway.
Good luck.
Man,
Oh yeah!
Thank you,
The
DM.
amount of crit successes and crit and twos we've rolled.
I was gonna say,
What is
Holda
it?
saves the man with the
Session.
power. Holda saves the man with the power of doing normal things and rolling okay.
Yep. The greatest power of all, rolling perfectly average.
Calm down.
So the scene as I see it is Hulda is hooked into the ladder of the cab with one arm, and with the other arm she holds her broom, and with that she opens the cab door, and as the man scrabbles out, she holds the broom in his way. He reflexively grabs onto it, and with the momentum she just whips him up onto the cab.
No, standing there, still kind of passively holding the concrete truck, was like, I never asked her if that broom can fly.
Then he realizes, oh yeah, I didn't ask because that'd be incredibly rude and very stereotypical for a witch to have a broom that flies. Don't want to be racist against
I
witches.
would assume that none of you believe I'm a witch.
So yeah, he's not trying to scrabble away, but he's still kind of crazy and disoriented.
Calm down. Heal check?
Give
Question mark?
me good witch stare roll.
Not one. What?
You see directly into this man's soul.
You know his name. He has told you, but you know.
You know his
Hold
name,
stares him into submission.
you know he has a
Takes it to me
family,
now.
and you also know that even though the sinkhole opened up under a cement truck only the night before, he's been in this hole for a week.
Huh.
And he grabs you by the collar and keeps babbling, the spiders! The spiders!
Go ahead.
Maybe you can do something about his cough too.
Fuck you!
You need throat lozenge.
Although this sounds like the babbling of a perhaps crazy man. Let me bring
And
that
then he just keels over backwards under the force of your stare.
His soul leaves his body.
So
She
now you
does
have
a
a
big
dead,
checkup and then drag him out.
now you have a dead weight to drag with you over the drum.
Honestly, I feel like with that
God damn
20,
it.
I kind of say by rolling in that 20, I feel like the guy's completely pacified now and just kind of follows around. Honestly,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. You've witchy stared him into compliance.
For once it actually worked!
Now you just need to roll another 20 to cross this divide. It's all good.
Nah, I'm gonna
I
let you
believe.
cross it without a roll this time.
Uh,
But yeah, as he
Lo,
comes
can
back...
you catch this guy?
Sorry, what was that?
Lo, can you catch this guy?
I mean, you can just like there's a ladder there. You can just climb on the ladder.
I
He's
want there to be
severely
a chance
hurt.
for the guy to get thrown back in the hole. Roll
Yeah,
to catch him.
He doesn't look like he's in any position to climb.
Oh,
Come on,
I mean, then he's
just
probably
this
also probably not in any position to be thrown down a truck.
Yeah, but you can like Hulda can gently maneuver him over the side, and you can receive him.
Yeah, we can.
gently push.
Do we just do that, or
Yes, you just do that.
does the mystery man have an icon?
No. Because I hadn't actually planned on you finding him yet.
Got him.
Real quick, I've just been here for a couple of seconds, right?
What's
Yes.
he? Fine.
What did you say, Rob?
Yes.
Oh, hold on, it's the year 2737.
But yeah, he looks pretty harrowed, pretty bad. Like Like he rolled around in a vat full of razor blades.
That's not good. So, on the subject of making some space, looking over to the flag runners, we're gonna need some space here. Can you, try to wave them off to give Holda some space to lay up the guy and
They grumble, but they back up a little bit. But they give you the old pointing towards their eyes and then pointing towards you.
well, flexes, he does not care.
Okay,
He gives them
Bible bumpers. We've already got him out. You really think we'll throw him in there again?
You can never be too careful.
How does that make sense?
Are you living in the same universe that we are living in? Because the one I'm living in, we sure just showed up, stabilized this car, and saved the man. What have you done? You
And to that little speech, there comes a decidedly more enthusiastic assent from the crowd.
Mm.
Oh yeah, the crowd is there.
Incredibly rude to just assume I'm an epithet user as well. I'm just undead. Like, oh my god. It's incredibly rude to just assume I'm an epithet user.
Seriously, how dare you offend my friend Amber like that?
I may not care about whether I'm alive or not anymore, but I do care about me being mislabeled. How rude.
Yeah, rude!
Closes his eyes and shakes his head like, unbelievable. Nervous.
Like a stern mother just, can't believe you.
The flag rollers back off a little more and go like, calm down, calm down. But yeah, now that he's back on the safe Earth, he kind of passes out a little bit.
Photography people, can you come here real quick?
Well, it seems like the situation is sort of resolved. What do you want?
You see this guy?
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Throw some dynamite down there, for God's sake.
They look at the flag rollers, look at the dudes, look at the whole. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
You think?
Do make sure that there are not too many people close to the hole when you throw dynamite in there.
One of them just points his machine gun into the air. Everybody clear out!
I regret instantly.
That Mo just like has both hands over his mouth and just that, oh my god, what have I done?
Just sinks his face into his hand. Oh.
Okay. See, Boy Scout, help working together is good. See what we've accomplished by cooperating.
The power of teamwork. Stares at camera.
Friendship. But yeah, the crowd kind of disperses, or at least moves back a bit, and the other guys come over to their stash. And just imagine that whole crate is chock full of dynamite, like top to bottom. I just couldn't
That's
find.
a lot.
We might want to get away from the hole. We might want to get away from the hole, you guys. Just
Can you help me carry this guy low?
Yeah, definitely. I pick up the guy and leave.
Sandy hands Hugo her spear in case you need a little support, huh?
I have this guy in perfect fireman's carry. I don't care.
And one of the flag rollers gets into the little crane tank and sets it back a little bit.
When I say fireman's carry, I don't mean an actual fireman's carry. I mean like the wrestling move. Thank you.
You just suplex the guy into the ground, and you just set him down. You just suplex him into a stretcher.
Sorry to reflex. I powerbomb him into a stretcher.
just like right onto one.
So
Do you know
Everybody-
can you take a picture of this guy? Well, get your document this.
also, like, what happens? They just throw dynamite in, and it explodes, and nothing happens.
No, we zoom out, just nuclear blast scale explosion goes off.
So everybody clears out of the crossing.
Should I roll
Which
for
I-
a portrait of the guy?
Please do. That's a pretty good portrait.
Of course it
You,
is.
you really capture his anguish and pain, even as he is unconscious.
Hey, you don't completely suck at that thing.
And you get a little bit of those muscle in there as the carriage.
So everybody clears out of the crossing, and there's silence for a bit, and then giant fucking
Wait, was there gas out
fireball,
there as well?
Oh shit.
giant fucking fireball flies into the sky, and you hear a heavy rumbling.
That's not good. We maybe
The
should.
city collapses into the pit.
We perhaps might have not wanted to go off the hole.
Nah.
Oh, whatever was down there is probably dead now. Hey.
All life is sacred. But not that.
Bomb this shit out.
That's robots. That's different.
Also, hold on. The machines you saw in your dream do remind you of that other dream you had about your home village and the
Yeah.
Yes.
machines that attach to your villagers.
Exactly, burn it all. mind.
Kill it! Kill it with fire!
Nuke it from orbit. Activate orbital laser attack.
Hammer of Dawn the shit out of him.
And I know we've only been playing for 90 minutes, but I think that's actually a good point to stop it.
I would like to look at what happened to the hole.
I don't really have any map prepared for that.
I mean,
I
I
did-
don't have any.
What? You didn't think
Right.
they would blow it up?
I
I
didn't
was-
expect you guys to blow the hole up.
dynamite on that, and
Expect
didn't
the
expect
unexpected.
anyone to use it.
that was kind of stupid of me, yes.
Yeah, he just didn't expect us to just straight up bomb the shit out of the hole and save the guy trapped there. We did the one thing the GM didn't expect.
A good job.
Give me a second.
So, I guess as a note, just so I remember it, when the whole adrenaline thing is going to die down and thing calm down, Hull is just going to collapse.
Oh, that's
That was intense.
Give me a quick hot second.
I was just gonna say, if you just collapse as they walk along without saying anything, like having the unconscious guy in one arm, you'll just with the other arm, prop up Holda, and just
Not looking back at the explosion.
Yeah. Amber flicks down her sunglasses as the explosion goes off.
You doing okay?
Yeah.
I was talking to Holda.
Got him.
I'm glad you're also okay.
And with this, we say goodbye.
Goodbye.